What is up? What is up, everyone? What is up indeed? Welcome to Dawn vs. Wave Race. We're back. Back once again. What is up, Red Sky? Thanks for being here. We're back once again. Hey, a Screaming Argonaut. I got my second win. I'm working up towards my second win. Okay, I sort of just sort of slumped over for a little while and just sort of tried to get my bearing again after a massive amount of calories intake. I didn't have many calories, then I consumed a massive amount of calories in a short period of time. What's up, BR Spies? And my body went through a whole sort of thing, absorbing the food. Wow, it was very intense, but I'm starting to regain consciousness, so that's good. And look at this, the water looks beautiful. Isla's not safely out of the building. She's the next room over. I have hermetically sealed myself in. Thank you for reminding me. I better put on the fog. I got to charge this thing up. I'm going to activate the fog machine, everyone. Prep. I'm going to pre-prep the fog machine. Pre-prep your fog machines right now, wherever you are. This is your opportunity. Fog prepping window opens now. Uh-oh, what happened? This thing's not plugged in? I thought I plugged this thing in. What's going on? Oh no, I plugged the wrong thing in. What the heck? Okay, good. Who knows what I plugged in? I thought I plugged in the fog machine, but I plugged in something else. I have no idea what I plugged in. There we go. Now it's prepping. It's officially prepping. The fog machine. The fog machine is officially prepping, everyone. It's juicing up right now as we speak. I didn't pre-prep the fog. I thought I did. I thought I had it plugged in. I plugged in something else. I don't know what the heck I plugged in. Who knows what I plugged in. Preparations are underway. Here we go, everyone. Wish me luck. Will we get a P? We shouldn't do this. We should not ask the Magic 8 Ball if we're going to get a PB today. That is bad vibes. Magic 8 Ball. Is there anything worse vibes than a Magic 8 Ball? What is this doing in the studio? What was this used for? Does anybody know? Why is this here? Magic 8 Balls are very bad vibes to me. Oh, the Indiecade Magic 8 Ball. That's what that was from. Okay. Alright. Indicate prop. Got it. Well, it's freaking me out. Thank you, Miguel 3000. The food reviews are over. Look, some of the food reviews I hear were very harshly reacted to. Most people loved them, but some people it rubbed the wrong way. So I'm sorry, and I'm happy to say, for both groups, the food reviews are done. Locked away forever again. You won't see them anymore, okay? But they were good. Thank you for... I'm glad you enjoyed them, the people that did enjoy them. And I enjoy doing them. I enjoy eating. I enjoyed that banh mi. Holy smokes, that was a tasty banh mi, wasn't it? That was yummy. I forgot about that. There were mainly the people that were complaining. People parked next to me, riding down the street. People's houses I'd park in front of. These are the people I'm talking about that were complaining about the food reviews. They didn't like it. They didn't like me parking in front of their house with my window open for 10 minutes. They're going, what the hell's going on out there? This guy's some kind of YouTuber. He's recording himself for eating food in his car in front of my house. I pay taxes, so this kind of thing won't happen. You know, this is the kind of reaction I got sometimes. So you got to be careful out there. Taking up a gas spot, you know, spot at the pump in California. People get upset about this. Sitting there eating chicken wings in the middle of the night, taking up Supreme, you know. But I gotta eat. Absolutely. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mommy. Homeowners associations. Yeah, the homeowners associations would see me coming, trucking toward them, and my jet black Corolla dropped. My dropped Corolla with my custom rims. You want to know something about the wheels on my car? They got a special key. Okay, they got a key. They call it a key, but really it's just an oddly shaped... what do you call it? Socket wrench, And the other day, I get a flat. My car gets crashed into. I get a flat tire, all this stuff. So I call it AAA. They show up. You know, I have a flat tire. Everything's out of joint. They say, we can't change your tire for you. You don't have the key for this special wheel you have? I said, no, I don't keep this on me. They said, well, you got to call someone else. We can't take your wheel off. So, look, no one's stealing my wheels. All right? But they see that Corolla approaching. Gated communities get very nervous. Very nervous when I'm coming with a brown paper sack full of food. They don't spin. What do you think? I'm a millionaire, Wormhole? I don't have spinning wheels, unfortunately. Spinning rims. Can't afford those. Those are very pricey. They're nice. But they are slick. They bring up the value of the car by a lot. For the analytics, if you want me to do it, welcome, Chameleon. I'm glad you're here. Currently testing Southern Island rounds, so that would include watercraft settings, rider, etc. I appreciate your stat. Anybody not knowing what the Chameleon's talking about, Chameleon provided a massive amount of analytic data on a Google Sheet for me, which I did peruse. I may be misunderstanding the data, but it's your runs, right? It actually wasn't my runs. It was your runs, I think. From what I understood, I don't think my data was on there. It was still helpful. I looked over it. It's quite incredible. It's very impressive to see what you can learn from this data. One question I had for you, Chameleon, though. You had a column that said technique used, yes or no. I think it was almost always no. What was the technique you're referring to? Is this the technique to jump under the wall in Marine Fortress? Or which technique were you referring to there? I don't have spinning rims, Wormhole. What is up, Japanese dude? Joining the party. B tapping is considered a technique. Okay, so that's, I just didn't know what the specific thing you were referring to there. Okay, so that referred to the B tapping. So interesting. Now I noticed you were not using that technique a lot. Why was that, do you think? I don't know. Enlighten me. I'm gonna practice a little bit. I'm gonna just do a practice run. Should I even, I don't even think I should bother starting the timer, right? Should I bother starting the timer? I was just gonna do a practice run. I miss my moonroof. I used to have a moonroof. It was absolutely massive. Practice warm up. Low key. Low key practice. Practice run, no timer. Swordfish 00830, thank you. You've just lifted a lot of pressure off me right here. We just need to ease into things. This is how I want to do it. I want to ease into things. You read my mind. Swordfish 00830. Taking some of the pressure off. Let's just ease into things. Oh, wait. I don't think I even... Look what I did. You don't even have game sound. Can you believe what kind of shoddy operation I've got going here? Can you hear the game now? Hopefully you can hear it. Just gathering the data on time saved B-tapping versus not B-tapping on courses, whether or not it is mandatory on certain courses. I love this. I love the amount of data you were gathering, Chameleon, and I was looking it over. It's very interesting. Alright, let me restart this. So I can see if I can get... I gotta practice getting max power. Oh, we got to switch to intense view, even though this is just a practice run. There it is. Switch to the intensity cam. High intensity. High intensity. Look at that. I got to tilt the camera a little bit, though, don't I? My dew is getting cut off. 3, 2, 1. Everyone wants to... You look at that. Max power right off the gate. That's a good sign. I have a... Oh, no. Followed immediately by a bad sign. That was a bad sign. I wrecked on... the very first buoy possible to wreck on. Can you believe it? I don't think I've ever wrecked on that buoy in my entire life racing waves. Did you see me compete with Isla in that wave racing game earlier today? I did pretty good, didn't I? I was doing quite good at that fishing game too. That fishing game was fun, but it took it out of us. You should have seen Isla and me after that. We were spent. We hadn't been motion gaming in years. So to jump back in the fray of motion gaming like that, it was exhausting. Oh! It's a good thing it's a practice run. I'm all over the place. I'm having trouble seeing the TV right now. I don't even barely can even tell you which way is up. I could barely tell you which way is up right now. I'm gonna start tapping this trigger. You know, it's funny. Isla and I played this game the other day. You're gonna see it actually. I can't reveal what the game is, I don't think yet, but it's on. It'll be on Easy Update, and it's a collection of games. I think I can say that much. And every game we're playing, it has this bizarre control scheme. I say, what the heck is happening with this control? Lo and behold, I never reset my custom button mapping from this, and I guess it didn't give me the warning, or I missed the warning. So this whole time we were playing this game, I was doing terrible. We're struggling with the controls because B was the trigger and all this other nonsense. I didn't realize that till this morning. I said, darn, that really didn't go well down. That didn't go down very well. No spoilers. I hope we'll hit real life jet skis one day. We're gonna try to put that together, I think. I think we're gonna try to put that together at some point for sure. Don't try to guess, chat. You're not gonna guess it right. I guarantee that. You will not guess it right, so don't even waste your time. Alright, into the Tang. We got to continue this practice up. I'm going to try to tilt this camera up in a second. After this race, remind me, I got to tilt the camera up. 3, 2, 1. Look at that! Double max powers! Okay, so some of my reaction time does appear to be on. Let me start to focus. Maybe today will be a good day of racing on the waves. Who knows? Last week I struggled a little. You all know that. I mean, struggle, if you call sub-15s, you know, struggling, but it felt like we were struggling. A lot of crashes. Right now, things are starting to feel smooth. Things are starting to feel smooth, though. Things are feeling smooth out on the water right now, I gotta tell you. I'm feeling good at this moment. I'm feeling very serene. There's a serene sort of feeling that's taken over my body right now, and it's very comforting. I'm trying to start to just focus on one thing. Maybe this is a technique some of you already knew about your whole life, and I'm just picking up on this. It's a meditative technique. It's not about clearing your mind of any thought. It's about clearing your mind of multiple thoughts. I never knew this. I'm always thinking about a million things at once. But from now on, I'm going to start trying to focus on maybe at least, I'm going to try to start with maybe 2 or 3 or 4 things. You know, I don't want to go down to just 0, one thing. But maybe that's why I have such a state of calm right now. Either that or it's still I'm burning through those carbohydrates from that meal. You finished first and got 7 points. Great. I'm getting in the mood. $77 waves per minute. Look at this, 11 and 11. Isn't that odd? 11, 11, 3, 3. Look at that. That has to mean something. 11, 11, 3, 3. All right, let's focus now. I'm going to start focusing here because this is a serious practice run. Drake Lake was an absolute thorn in my side last week. 3, 2, 1. We got to get over this hump. Uh-oh. My max power streak has officially ended, which I do not like. No one likes a power streak ending. People like to remain in power, you know this? And the same can be said for Wave Race. You want max power non-stop. You never want it to end once it's started. You just want to remain in max power. Oh, that was very smooth. That was a smooth little dance through the splintered pylons. Did you see the pylons in Sonic the other day? Bringing pylons back. A little tip of the cap to Wave Race 64. Sonic with the field of pylons. Oh, double down, everyone. Okay, so look. I don't know what this means. That's a hot lap right there. I don't know what this means, if it means anything. I don't know if it means anything, but look. We just made it through those pylons twice. With nary a scratch, nary a splinter, a sliver. Now I'm going to race this like I really would. Because look, I would really do the skip at that point. See, I got to stay in rhythm. I got to stay in rhythm today. Double lap That's a good sign. Nice little Drake Lake run. Let me tilt this camera up. Thank you for the Jake Twitchin. Jake Twitchin with the shout out on the pylons. A perfect pylon run. The fog machine is charged. Let's tilt this up a little and see how it looks. Make way for the dew, everyone. Look, let's see how that is. How's that? Can we capture the dew? Oh, there we go. The dew is framed. Anybody see these pictures of me with blonde hair that Sarah Knight put together earlier? Photoshop master. Sarah Knight put together some beautiful photoshops. Multiple shades of blonde, you know. I'm changing my look, as some of you know. And blonde hair is part of this. So we're trying to nail down a shade. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on the Discord somewhere. Just sort of rifle around in there. You should come across it at some point. A lot of people are telling me this, Screaming Argonauts. A lot of people were telling me, have you considered highlights or frosted tips? I was getting a lot of this, and I'm not sure why. Why is everyone trying to convince me of getting frosted tips as opposed to just frosting the entire thing, the entire dew? I'm trying to figure this out. Frosted tips are back in like this big? That everyone wants me to get them? I mean, I'll yield to the crowd if that turns out to be the consensus, but are we going to try this right now? I don't think it's going to do it. Nope. There was no chance of me doing that there, and I still tried. That's a bad sign. I would say that's a bad sign. I didn't pull that off at all last week. Did I pull it off at all? I think I pulled it off once and wrecked, maybe? It was very depressing. So we'll see how that little skip pans out today. I'm feeling good about this practice. I pretty much feel like I'm ready to go. I want to get in the water and start racing for real now. I'm hungry. Anybody that does not know, immediately following this stream, Michael Huber, the absolute legend, the one and only, will be streaming the #1 game in the world, God of War Ragnarok. We're only a couple hours away from seeing this. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we will bear witness to this immediately after Wave Race? Try to hold it together. Try to make it just a couple hours. If you can just make it through the next 2 hours, you'll be in business. But it's going to be a long road to that. It's going to be a long road. Look at that, 26, then 28. My times are all over the place. Copy provided. Thank you, Screaming Argonaut. Copy provided by PlayStation. God of War provided by PlayStation. Look at this. Swordfish 00830 thinks me with blonde hair, I look like a stockbroker. That feels like a compliment to me because stockbrokers take things very seriously, don't they? And I like that. That's one of the things about the blonde hair, why I was going for this. I said, you know, and this is what I told to Isla earlier. I'll be more approachable with blonde hair, I think. I think it'll put a sort of soften the edges a little bit, you know? And I think I might get into some more like friendly random conversations with people, which is what I'm looking for when I go. I like talking to strangers. So hopefully this will cool people off a little, you know? Because you should see the crowd part. When I walk through a crowded grocery store or something, people are hitting the deck saying, what's going on with this guy? So I gotta get this hair blonde. I gotta get this hair blonde. Hold on now. Prunus has just joined. Hey Don, normally not able to catch these live. It's 1 a.m. here. Good morning. Need to finish a translation and then go to sleep, but wanted to come by to wish you good luck on the waves. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate that. I'm just on a practice run right now, okay? But I'm going to take your good luck and I'm going to absorb it. I'm going to absorb it into my body, just like I did with those, what the heck was the name of that chicken I ate earlier? The same way I absorbed that chicken, I'm going to absorb your good luck, and I hope it'll bring good things. So far, the chicken has brought me, it's getting me somewhat energy. At some point, I think I'm going to get some energy out of this thing if I can fight through this feeling of blacking out. I'm very tired. Shopping at Gelson's and Ralph's as a kid. Now hold on, Wormhole should remember shopping at Gelson's and Ralph's. Well, Gelson's is a little pricey now, okay? Anybody doesn't know what Gelson's is? This is a very fancy kind of supermarket. Uh-oh, everybody. Uh-oh, it is on. It is on. Okay, the heart is officially beating. The heart is officially beating. I just did a killer tunnel run. Did anybody witness that? I just popped through that tunnel like it was nothing, and it felt good. I'm telling you, there's a serenity inside of me right now, and it's making me feel very confident. Last week, I had a little bit of an anxiety. I didn't tell you all that, but I was feeling very anxious. I don't know why. You know, we all have days like that. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh! What's it called when you do 2 tunnel runs back to back? No wall bumping, nothing. First place. Look at this. We're going to do good today, everybody. I'm starting to wake up. My heart is starting to beat again, which is a good sign. The tingling on the lower half of my body is starting to stop, which is good. I think circulation is resuming, which is always a good sign if you're a living creature. You want blood to be circulating in your body. You really do. And look at this. Look at this. Look at it. It's a thing of beauty, everyone. We're going straight to the top today. Now I am fired the heck up. I am fired up. Look at that. Take the helicopter out while I'm at it. 3 tunnel runs. It is absolutely on. 33, 31, 30. Look at the descending times. I mean, not below me, but there on the game. Descending times. Straight to the top. Is Lucky's still a thing? I think there are Lucky's. Lucky's is a grocery store as well. You know what I loved when I go to Florida? I loved Publix. That's what they have in Florida. They don't have those in California. What a cool way to spell Publix, too, with an X, right? Isn't that how they spell it? It's very cool. I think they should open up a line of smaller Publix, not like a mini mart, but somewhere between a mini mart and a full-size Publix. And they should call it Publix Stream, like Publix Extreme, but Publix Stream. Wouldn't that be cool? Because since they've got the X there already, I figure why not? Now hold on, Rinder86 is saying they have that Publix has the best chicken tenders. So they have that. You can just order it from the what do they call that? The fresh hot food. It's not a bakery, but what is it where you can buy stuff like that at a grocery store? They prepped fresh food. Special guest in the house, the one and only Isla Hink has joined the party. Welcome. What's the matter? I haven't fired off any fog yet. Isla smells something. It's musty. It's a little musty.
I've been playing with Face App.
Okay.
To show Blonde Dawn.
How does it look?
It looks great.
I'm telling you, this. You hear what Isla just said? This blonde thing is going to change my life, maybe. Could it? What do you think? Are we getting a side-by-side right now? It's an improvement, right? Before and after. Do it before and after. I actually have a... I'll try to sit straight so you can get a good angle. Oh!
In-app before and after, too.
This is good. You got to send this to me so I can see. I'm never going to find that. Because if you put the image in the Discord, there's no chance of me coming across it. At least not anytime soon. How do I get in this Discord?
You're in the Discord!
What am I saying in there?
Blonde highlights instead.
Well, oh!
While I was at it, I did the gender.
I almost botched it all.
I did the gender one too.
Can I see? This I want to see. I bet I look just like my sister.
You're beautiful, honestly.
Oh my god! What the hell?
You look great, Don. Don't get any ideas.
Whoa! What else did you do here?
Nothing. Well, it has the blonde hair. Here's one without the blonde.
I hope this doesn't affect my wave race run that I just saw the most beautiful woman on Earth. A brunette.
That's your normal hair. Oh, we're all attracted to ourselves.
Oh my gosh, this is weird. Is that supposed to be right?
What?
That we're supposed to be attracted to ourselves like this?
Actually, it's kind of a destructive idea. It's called autogynephilia. It's not real, but...
I've never been attracted to myself like
this. That's normal and healthy, I think.
You got to send me this picture. Oh no! Oh no! It's ruined. I broke it.
The picture.
Did anybody see that picture? I'm sweating. I got nervous.
Let me see if there's a blonde.
I got nervous gazing into my own
Let
eyes.
me see if there's a frosted tips only.
Whoa, nothing like that has ever happened before, I'm gonna be honest. I've never had that reaction while looking in myself in the mirror or anything. It's, wow. That was incredible. Did anybody see that picture?
I showed it to them.
I actually don't look like my sister at all, which I guess is a good thing.
Is there a frog?
Buffalo Bill is attracted to themselves.
Alright, well, yeah.
Good point, Broshiro. Good point. Why is everything turned all blue? What's happening with the
Buffalo Bill is not a true transsexual.
What's happening with the lighting here?
Honestly, just the light.
That looks sick as hell. Look at that.
Really
okay,
good.
so that's
this
highlights.
Is a highlight.
I need to do highlights. You're absolutely right. That looks sick as hell.
Correct.
That looks sick as hell.
Just a nice light highlight.
Send me that picture. I gotta give this to my hairstylist. I'm going blonde. I'm getting blonde highlights.
Just a highlight. Just a little pepper it in.
Send me that picture.
I will send
all those pictures.
Okay. I'll just put them in the Slack since you're bad at your job.
Can you believe how I looked in those images? Wow. Wow. Isla did something else to that picture, though. That wasn't just a straight swapping of the hair and all this. I mean, there was some other stuff. She somehow messed with the bone structure in my face, but I loved it. I'm completely discombobulated now. That was a very bizarre experience. Wow. I really looked amazing, didn't I? I thought so, at least. That's an odd thing to say. Does this mean wow. Is that not healthy? Isla said it's healthy. Be attracted to yourself? Wow. Alright, Turbo Chicken Man is here, but they're going to be back in half an hour. Turbo Chicken Man, before you leave, you should have saw it. I got about 2 or 3 Turbo Chicken powers right out of the gate at the beginning of the stream today. So if you're able to make it back, it'd be sick. The amount of energy. Grow out your hair. You know, I used to have my hair long. Can you believe that? No one knows that, do you? I used to have my hair long. And it was blonde at one time, now that I remember. But I looked very different. Growing out hair takes forever. My hair grows a lot, like until it gets like this long or something maybe, and then it just takes years after that. It's like a race between my hair and my nails, you know? You ever do that? Try to see how long you can go before cutting them. Alright, we're almost done with our practice run, and things are going to get very serious then, alright? There won't be any more joking around. I don't know why the camera is turning a blue, it's adjusting to daylight, or something's happening, and I got a blue tinge to me that's upsetting me.
3, 2, 1.
Ah! Came close for Turbo Chicken. I got to get some, when Turbo Chicken comes back, I hope I can get them some max powers. Whoa! Turbo Chicken was the one that first told me, you know what, Don, you gotta get some max powers out of the gate. I said it's not a bad idea. Oh no. Now, Glacier Coast gave me trouble last week too, didn't it? I think everything was giving me trouble. I'm trying to remember. That picture was insane. I've never had that long of hair though. How long was the longest my hair was? It was probably about shoulder length. Can you believe that? Uh-oh. There we go. There was a nice little turn. I gotta get back into wave racing now. I'm very distracted. I'm very distracted. Okay, I did do good on this part last time, right? I'm gonna need to check something after this. I gotta check if Isla sent me these pictures yet. You think she's gonna forget? I hope she doesn't forget to send me these pictures. I really... Oh no! My game! Alright, I gotta really reel things in here. I'm nervous. I'm going over everything I did while I was looking at that picture, trying to figure out if I did something wrong. I came on too strong, I think. Alright. Whew. All right, I need a cold shower. Story time with Gabe. This is what I'm talking about. We need a shower in this place for this very reason. I've been saying for months, let's get a friggin' shower in Easy Allies studio. So we can take a cold shower when we want one. We can't. Now I'm wiping myself off with napkins. You see how this goes down? Isla and I almost developed, there's a natural shower developing in the other room. It was actually very cool. When the rain was hitting, there was this leak that became, it was a long dormant leak that became active again. It was reactivated by this downpour we had in Los Angeles. You probably heard about it. We had some serious rain here the other day. We're still sort of mopping things up. But during this time, this sort of opening in the ceiling formed and water was draining down. It was like a beautiful natural shower, like in a cave you'd see or something like that. And we kind of said, maybe we shouldn't fix this thing, you know?
Welcome to Southern Island.
A watering can. I know, a wormhole. It hadn't rained here in about 2 or 3 years. I'm not even kidding. Story time with Gabe. To catch you up on the blonde hair. Yeah, I want to go blonde. But people are telling me highlights, and they may have just convinced me. After seeing the pictures of highlights, now I know what you meant. I guess I was confusing highlight, or you were saying frosted tips. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking of the tips. The way they did that was highlights, right? That wasn't frosted tips that I saw. So I need highlights, not frosted tips. I need to show that picture to my hairstylist. Can you believe after years of having the same hairstylist, things went south, and now I have, well, I don't even have a regular hairstylist. I just wander into any old place. It's a very sad thing. Because I had a hairstylist I was close with for years, and unfortunately, things happen in life, and it's not there anymore. So it's very sad, actually. Hairstylist, mechanic, there's a few things in life you try to find someone you trust and you stick with them forever. And so that's what I was hoping with my hairstylist, but things went south at some point after years. Years of agreeing on my hairstyles. Things went south. I'm feeling very placid, serene, placid, calm, grounded. That's good, right? That's how you want to be feeling when you're going to go into an intense speedrunning session. There it is. The practice run has officially ended, everybody, okay? I wish it would turn, I wish the screen wasn't tinted blue. I do apologize for that. Here 4, thank you. You think highlights are going to look great? I'm kind of excited, honestly. I'm excited to change up my look. The roof at my house is a slate and never leaks. Wormhole's house never leaks. No frosted tip options. Did they retire or they left? Who? Neither. Well, left. Yeah, you could say left. We became estranged. We've become estranged. This isn't a referral kind of situation. It was very unfortunate how it ended. Dry shampoo bad for your hair? What the heck is dry shampoo? Great practice run. Thank you, Red Sky from Lock. All right, everyone. I think we're going to get serious. We're going to try to run one right out of the gate. Why not? Let's start. We got to turn things around. Last week we were struggling a little bit. I mean, we did good. We got sub 15, so there's nothing to complain about. Oh, here we go. Let's enjoy the ceremony. I'm going to get hydrated. I got some remnant bubbly water. Look at that. Just a small sip of flat bubbly water. It's no longer bubbly. That was it. Now I'm out of water. Chameleon coming in with some info. If you are on pace at Southern Island, don't safety skip. Chameleon, you're saying if I'm on pace for a PB, don't do the safety skip? I could blow my whole PB in the last few moments of the run, though. Is it worth taking that risk? What if I get the Marine Fortress, or not Marine Fortress, yeah, what is it, a Marine Fortress. What if I get that, and I'm on pace to break my PB? You still think I should skip that, I should not do the skip? Don't drink the ocean water. What the heck are you talking about, Brashiro? Have you had ocean? Are you talking about the Sonic drink? Ocean water? Did something go down with this? Did people get sick? Because I love it. I'm going to Northern California, a little trip to NorCal, I think in December, and I've got big plans. Looking forward to stopping at the Sonic on the way up. They've got a Sonic in this one little town that I love stopping at, and I order an extra large ocean water. That keeps me going for a good 3 or 4 hour part of the drive right there. I love this. Balls to the wall. Chameleon is saying what that means, anybody that doesn't know, take the risk. You must. Maximum risk. Always. Okay, well, let's see when we get there. Let's see when we get here. It looks like there's going to remain to be a blue tint on my cam this entire time. I don't know how to fix it at this point. Let's tip our hat to the T1000, everyone. One of the greatest cinematic villains ever created. The T1000. James Cameron is back major way. There it is. Look at that. On a practice run, we freaking killed Drake Lake. Are you kidding me? That was a very good Drake Lake run. It was flawless, just about, wasn't it? I mean, not flawless because we had some wide turns around the little slalom area and stuff like that, but in terms of the pylons, it was flawless. That's exciting. This is exciting stuff. We could get a good run in here today. Who knows? All right, we're ready. We're about ready to go, I think. Is everyone ready? This is for you, T1000. I got a little bit of awa. I have regular awa, non-bubbly. I brought this from home. All right, can everyone hear me? I don't know. Is the sound too loud? What's happening? Tell me if the game is too loud. Is it too quiet? Should I turn the game up? Maybe I turn the game up a little. No one can hear me. Sounds great. Thanks, Screaming Argonaut. All right, Frumlock, let's do this. We're going to do a real-time wave race now. This is going to be excellent.
Select your watercraft.
Hopefully I'll maintain this level of calm I feel right now inside of my body. That would be nice. Here we go, all right? For Robert Patrick. Seriously, Robert Patrick. Absolute legend of the silver screen. All right, here it is for you, Robert. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action! We're on the clock. Confirming the clock is moving. I am mashing.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
I'm trying not to think about myself. You put it back in my head, Screaming Argonaut. Nasty little trick right at the starting line. Talk about mental damage. Oh, and I am undamageable. I am undamageable. Look at that. Max power. Has Turbo Chicken Man come back yet? They said they're going to be gone for about half hour. I don't think they returned yet to see that. That was for Turbo Chicken Man. Whoa. Got a little wide there. We're going to try to hold this together. Wide before, so I got a little tight there. 25-second first lap. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Now let's keep these lines. Chameleon's watching my line work right here. Oh! Rip the run right there. We're going to have to restart. Right when I started thinking of Chameleon watching me, I got very nervous. I'm imagining Chameleon in that grandstand right there, just jotting down numbers, figures, data that they're going to enter into that spreadsheet at some point. And I got a moment of panic. So I'm going to have to restart this. No big deal, right? This is where we want to restart. If it happens, it happens. 3, 2, 1, action. We're back on the clock. Just like that. No problem. And Screaming Argonaut put the thought of myself back in there at the thing. Frame perfect. A Chameleon reminded me. Frame perfect again. I forgot that max power is a frame perfect technique. That makes you feel good about yourself, doesn't it? Hitting something frame perfect. I didn't know I hit anything in my life frame perfect in any game ever. Oh, if Ben could see me now. If Ben could only see me now. Frame perfecting something. He'd be very proud. I think Ben would be proud of me right now if he saw that. The way I frame perfect these max powers out of the gate over and over again today is very cool. Uh-oh. That was scary. Almost ripped up my watercraft. But we're still alive. Did I start the clock? Whew. For a second. Oh my. All right. Nobody freak out, but we just hit a 21-second lap. For anybody that doesn't know, that is very, very good, to the point that I'm now panicking. Hold it together, Don. Hold it together. Whoa. This is big. Whoa. That's a gold on Sunny Beach. That is the biggest gold I think we've ever had on Sunny Beach. So let's try to just keep it cool here. Keep it cool. We're at the beginning of this thing. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Isla's out. Oh no, minimum power. Isla's out. I got minimum power though. Isla said bye to everybody, chat, if you didn't hear her. Oh, minimum power though. That's gonna cost me, isn't it, Chameleon? How much time is that gonna cost me? Chameleon has the data. How much time is that minimum power start gonna cost me? That's what I want to know. I gotta make up for it. I gotta race very aggressive now. I have to race very aggressive to pick up. Oh no. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, as long as I keep it together and just don't have any big mistakes, you know what I'm saying? No problem. Okay. I like the sound of that. Whoa, I'm cutting it very close, aren't I? And that one was a little wild. So some of these turns are all over the place. Not too tight. That gold got me a little rattled. I can't believe that. I mean, a 21-second lap is unreal. I'm happy when I get a 22-second lap. I'm on PB pace. 21 seconds is ridiculous on Sunny Beach. I don't even think... correct me if I'm wrong. On Shibby Pod's world record run, I think he was getting 22-second laps. I'm right, aren't I, Chameleon? I don't think he got a 21. Ooh, and we lost a lot of time from that. Ouch! Ooh, we lost a lot of time from that minimum power, but it's okay, because we're at Drake Lake, which we did quite good on earlier. Almost max power, ample power. That could have been a huge mistake. I almost crashed. That was very scary. Woo! Danced my way through. You didn't know I could dance like that, did you? That was very nice. That was very nice, I think. Oh no, through the chamisas. No one ever answered me about those chamisas. Woo! That was scary. Alright, this is big. Oh no. Okay! Wow. Well, it wasn't pretty, but that'll do. We missed a buoy, but honestly, that'll do. This will end up being a decent run if I can finish strong. At least Drake Lake run. It'll be a decent Drake Lake run. I need to come through these buoys clean, though. Ooh, very slow. Very slow. We're doing this skip, though, right, Chameleon? That one's still worth doing. We're in business. It was a heck of a run. It was a good Drake Lake run, I'm telling you. Good Drake Lake run.
Welcome to Marine Fortress.
All right, now here's the big one, Marine Fortress. I have to play this smart right now.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, look, if I don't get the technique here, the little time skip, it's 8 seconds I give up. Whoa! If I do get it, or if I skip it, it's 8 seconds I give up. If I don't get it, it's 8 seconds. Oh no. Absolute disaster happened. I went through the debris field and I wrecked. And I'm in a bad spot. That's going to be devastating right now. Absolutely devastating. Ooh, what a bummer. All right, we're having a great run up until that point. So we're going to end up losing a lot more than 8 seconds on this, unfortunately, which is, as you know, gargantuan. It's absolutely over. I mean, you know. who knows what we can salvage. I mean, odd things do happen. We did great last week a lot of times, too, with huge mistakes. So if we race everything else good, we can still put together a good run overall. We got to stay positive. But that was, for sure, a little bit of a heartbreaker there. We were on some good pace a second ago. And, of course, there was no chance to attempt the skip. Stewart's down also, so Stewart's having a bad day. I'm not the only one. And I wouldn't even call this a bad day, you know, just some bad stuff happened, whatever. We're going to keep riding. Keep riding. There it is. We're just getting started. Feeling very positive, honestly. Ooh! Absolute terrible accident they were involved in. Uh-oh. Come on! Yes! They wanted to steal first. They wanted to steal first from me on that, but I didn't let them. Did not let them. Nermal in the house. Welcome.
Welcome to Port Blue.
All right, here we go. Port Blue. Let's replicate those tunnel runs from earlier. In the practice time, we are absolutely killing it on the tunnel here. Let's see if we can do it again, because this can really pick up the pace for us if we do. Here we go. Play smart. Play smart. Play smart. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. So far very good. That was nice. It feels so good to get through that clean like that. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Now damping the waves. Damping the waves, Chameleon. Okay, B technique. The technique is being used. Oh. Ooh, I came in a little hot, but I survived. Oh, I almost cut that corner. So nasty. That would have been nice. Oh, it would have been sick, but I got a little bit hung up. But it's okay. I moved through there okay. I just got a little hung up. Almost a killer turn, though. That would have been unbelievable. Look at this. Stewart came to race today. Everyone came to race. Damping. Damping. All right, we got one more we got to get through here. We got it. Oh, no. Oh, massive error. Okay, survive, 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 survive. One pretty. Oh, no. One pretty. I don't think we're going to get first on this. We got chopped up. If I wasn't stuck in the pack, if the other racers weren't there clinging to me, this is going to be... Oh, I was hoping I'd hit him. Is that wrong? It was my only chance. Darn it. Lost some time there for sure. Ouch. Look at our time plummeting. I didn't even see that from Marine Fortress. Wow. Devastating. Devastating the run, that Marine Fortress error. The crash in the debris field. It was a disaster.
On your mark, get set. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for the compliment on the food reviews, Nermal. That was the last one. Okay, so we released 6 of them. If you didn't see them all, hopefully you get to watch those. The other ones locked away still. Can you believe this? But we're still doing these, so maybe some more will get out of the vault. Maybe someone will bootleg them and put them up. But I appreciate the compliment very much. It makes me feel great to get that positive feedback on that. It really does. So thank you for that, Nermal. Thank you for that compliment. And thank you for recommending that Banh Mi. Who was that recommended that Banh Mi? Turned out to be a good one. Uh-oh. Whew. Whoa! Oh! Nerve-wracking. That was very sloppy. Wow. That was interesting. I just started sliding all over the place. All right, one more lap. 35-33. 35-33. We will analyze this run a little bit after. Try to figure out what we need to clean up, because I want to have a good run today. Ooh, that was close. There it is, okay. lost more time? I thought that was a good Twilight City run. What the heck happened there? Huh. Not sure.
Move on to the next.
Welcome to Glacier Coast.
Done by Report of the Week. I haven't heard of this Report of the Week. This food review thing?
3, 2, 1.
Alright, Glacier Coast. Here we are. Let's have a good Glacier Coast. That's actually fine. That actually is fine. Okay. That's okay. Glacier Coast is funny because with Glacier Coast, I don't need to take any huge risks or do anything crazy to get a great time on it. I just have to have a nice, clean, even semi, what I'd call conservative run. You don't need to be going extremely fast. I've found to get a great time here, you just need to not botch these turns. And if you can keep them tight at all, like this, yes, that makes a huge difference. Just 3 laps of just a nice, clean racing, basically. You just need to race clean here, and you get big results. Both these times I've hit pretty good lines in here. Wouldn't you say, Chameleon? The slalom looked good. Both laps, both first laps. Let's finish strong. Coming in with a little more speed. Uh-oh. Don't like that. Don't like being up on the ice, but I fought through it. I lost, you know, a little hair of time, but... Oh, no. Be cool. Okay. For a second, I thought I was going to crash there for real. It's so hard not to crash on that glacier. Once you start slipping, you fly right off your jet ski. There we go. Okay, not bad. I would say that this is a pretty decent... I mean, even though it wasn't flawless, it was a clean little run. But we still lost time. Look at this. Well, we're certainly not on PB pace, but it's a decent run for our first one. Well-known fast food reviewer on YouTube is also known by the nickname Review Bro. Also does a podcast. Wow, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Max power for you, Turbo Chicken. There it was. Dedicate that one to Turbo Chicken. Now I know Chameleon's cringing when they see me go around that boat on the first lap. It is hardwired still. I'm trying to rewire my synapses. It's not as easy as it sounds sometimes. But I am trying. I hit it last time correctly a couple times last week, didn't I? There are the babies out jumping around. 2 of them. Mama and babies. Beautiful, majestic sight. Look at that. There they are. Never gets old. Whoa, that baby was going crazy. You see that? Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, no! Why? Oh, what an absolute disaster. I just could not control myself off that wave. Bounced off of it. Couple of big mistakes on an otherwise pretty decent run. That's okay. We'll try to clean some of this up. There's a lot to like about this run and just a few big errors. A couple of things that went down that were just not cool. Alright, we're trying to salvage a sub 15, I guess, at this point. I don't know. I haven't looked at the clock, but I'm assuming we're going to salvage a sub 15 if we're lucky. I don't know where we're at. Oh, no. I'm trying to get us first place. Get out of here. Leave me alone. There it is. Did we get it? All right. Sub 15. Everybody's celebrating for sub 15. Not even close to my PB, but it's sub 15. Missed a showtime. Trail out. What a sick game. Thanks for turning me on to it. Max power. We got a sub 15, everyone. We got it there. Okay, look. Let's enjoy the moment. I don't know why the camera is blue. It is bothering me. I can't get it to readjust. What do I have to do? It's on some kind of auto daylight balance, and it keeps going blue. It's going to keep it up, I guess. It's terrible for my complexion, so I'm very bothered by this. Look at that. We had 1 second place, but other than that, first place across the boards. We got a 1450, all right? Here it is, everyone. What you've all been waiting for. I should have mentioned flat out Dino Pulse Zeta. You're absolutely right. And it was a funny thing how it didn't end up getting mentioned. It was an editing thing. It had nothing to do with not recognizing flat out. But it was something that I overlooked. It wasn't overlooked. Flat out was in my mind, and it should have been mentioned in the string of games I was mentioning, that inspired me. But it didn't happen. Enough people, I think, brought it up, though. People know what Flat Out is. This is a very well-known franchise, And yes, this did take inspiration from that. This was a spiritual successor in many ways, not always. I'm going to be honest. I'm having a lot of fun with this. A little more. I didn't play all the Flat Outs, but I'm having a little more fun with it than Flat Out, I'll be honest. So that's worth mentioning.
Congratulations!
Years after Bugbear lost the rights to their own IP. That is a shame, too. Thank you, Sub 15 from Locke. Check my Slack. Story time with King. Oh, boy. This is going to be hard to get a PB today. I'm going to be abducted by an alien? What are you talking about, Samosa? What is this in relation to? That I'm going to be abducted by an alien? I love the sound of it, but I want to hear what is this coming from? I missed something? Oh, Brack had not heard it flat out. I should have mentioned it, so maybe it was a mistake. And it happened in the editing process. It's a funny quirk how that ended up happening, but I don't want to get into it. It's a boring story, but yeah, I should have done it. All right, everybody, look. We're celebrating the first Sub 15 of the day. Wherever you are out there, let's get foggy. Here it is, piping into the studio as we speak. The Easy Ally Fog Machine, well, that's all it had, okay? So it's been sitting here on standby the whole time. Sufficiently foggy. It did a nice little spritz. Oh, it did a little spritz. It might be ready again in 1 second. We'll see if it's ready again. All right, T1000, tip your hat to the T1000. We set some times, it looks like. Look at that. Oh, my God, our unbelievable sunny beach run. Look at that, 2 seconds faster than Dave Mustaine. And we set a lap record of 21.5. That is insanely good. Insanely good. It just needs to get warmed up. Yeah, bro, Shiro, it needs to warm up a little more. Look at that. It's ready to go now. Here it is. Pipe it in, everybody. Pipe some fog in wherever you are. You're at work. You're in your car. You're in the backyard. Who knows? Shopping mall. Pipe some fog. Everyone loves fog. The world loves fog. Look at this. Absolutely. Now it's getting very foggy in here. Look at this. Absolutely love it. A cumulus cloud is swirling around me. It is absolutely lovely. Oops. I skipped the times. I should have gone through those all. All right. So we got a 1450. We're going to run again. Thank you, Baktand. Thank you, Baktand. All right, we're going to reset these times. So look at that, though. In Marine Fortress, I crashed in the debris field. I was doing amazing. I was on PB pace. I had an amazing record-setting sunny beach. Look at that gold. Sunset Bay, I was holding it up okay. Not sure why I lost that much time on Sunset Bay. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember any big mistakes there, other than some wide turns, but it still seems odd. Drake Lake, I had a great Drake Lake run, and then things went south at Marine Fortress. And then Port Blue, I did 2 good tunnel runs, but I didn't get the 3rd. Twilight City felt like a fast run, but I know I did some very fast Twilight Cities last week. And the rest is history. I had a mistake in the Southern Island. You see we lost more time, but we're still getting under 15. We're still getting sub 15, so I think that feels very good to me. That feels good. I'm afraid of looking at my Slack, but now I can't stop thinking about it. I want to glance again. Now that I don't have Isla here, I feel like I could look at the picture longer, and I wouldn't be, it would seem odd the way I was just staring at it before. She was just probably thinking, why are you staring at yourself like that for, Don? She did something else to this picture. I gotta check this thing. She did something else to this picture. I know it's not just straight me with long hair. I mean, it was adjusted. It adjusted some of the bone structure in my face, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Uh-oh. Wait a second now. I don't see any. I don't have any messages from Isla. I think she forgot. Oh, no. Isla forgot. Jurassic World Evolution 2 has had another update. I gotta start playing this again, maybe. Isla forgot. Darn it. Well, what a bummer. I was hoping to gaze upon myself. I'm not able to. No dice. I think she just posted it in a channel, not a DM. Well, why on earth? Random, maybe. Here we go. So let's see. This is with colored hair, which looks good. The highlights look very good, so I gotta do this. I gotta do these highlights. Now look at that. Is that the same? What the hell? Oh, what the hell? I think it smoothed out my face. It lightened my complexion a tiny bit and did do a little smoothing. But look at the luscious locks. Oh my. Look at the luscious locks. The blonde hair looks killer. No, okay, so there's a photo down further where she went real blonde, and that actually looks very good, I think. I like it. This one. That looks good, right? I might do blonde. I'm gonna go blonde. Alright, we gotta stay on focus here. We gotta focus because I gotta keep very close track of the time, and so do you. It's 5 o'clock. That means we are 1 hour away from God of War Ragnarok with Michael P. Huber. This is gonna be a sick stream. Who knows how late he's gonna go. It's gonna be good though, and I'm pretty sure it starts right after we wrap this up. 6 p.m., 1 hour from now. So let's get serious. Let's do another run. Reset our times. Okay, reset our times. Updating, saving. Okay. Yeah, I guess a lot of people, some people might not watch it because of spoils, but I imagine a lot of people. I like the all blonde. Yeah, Mr. Baby, I like that all blonde one. At first I said maybe the highlights, but you know what? The all blonde one looks really good. It does. So that's what we're going to do. Now look, this throws a monkey wrench in the whole sideburn thing though, because I don't think these sideburns are going to work with me coloring my hair blonde. I'm going to be very honest. I think it may present a problem. So who knows what's going to happen. We're going to have a consortium, I believe. If that's what Isla said, is that the right term? What the heck does consortium mean? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to have a consortium regarding the sideburns. So who knows? It's going to be, there's probably going to be a lot of shouting involved. Now that the sideburns may be off the table if the blonde hair is on the table. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, action! We're racing again. All blonde sideburns? I don't know. Maybe too much.
Sunny Beach.
I'm gonna have to figure something out. I'll get some ideas from the consortium.
3, 2, 1.
Almost max power. Good enough power. Let me know what consortium means. Am I using that wrong? I might be. It's like I'm trying to think of a word for like a gathering of the minds where things are discussed and policies are laid out and that sort of thing, you know? Oh, some kind of particles got in my eye just now. My left eye has been filled with some kind of particle. I'm going to try to blink through it. Blink through it. Okay, I think I cleared it. Oh, there's more particles entering my eyes. What the heck's in the air today? The fog never does this. A 22. We like that. We're happy with 22. Let's get another one of those. Let's get another 22, everyone. Ooh! That was a nice little dance there. I gotta say, I handled that pretty well. Make a beeline for it. 22, 22. Okay. And we're back in business. Look at that. In the green, in the green. We love it. Symposium?
And got move on to the next.
Welcome to Sunset
That's what it is,
Bay.
a symposium. That doesn't seem right, but maybe it is. A brainstorm session? Yeah, but I'm thinking of one word. I know I've heard it before. You know where I read it? I know where I've heard this word. Anybody read the Mars trilogy by Kim Stanley Robinson? This is one of my favorite trilogies of books, and that's where I heard this. I believe it was in Green Mars. I believe it was Green Mars. It's Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars. And I believe Green Mars, the whole thing was a political thing. It was like, remember they had all the political gatherings where they're making all the policies on Mars and all this stuff? That's where I heard this word. Anybody a Kim Stanley Robinson fan? This is a very good author, I think. And I think they've attempted to bring that trilogy to, you know, television or silver screen several times. It's one of these things that's just, you don't know how they could possibly adapt it. It's just such a huge story. I mean, massive. One of the greatest stories. True epic. The Mars trilogy. Kim Stanley Robinson. That's always a little hairy right there. All right, we're still in business. That was a nice run through the Tang. We ran through the Tang.
You finished first and got move on to the next.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
Watch the signal.
Parliament, not a parliament.
3, 2, 1.
Maybe it is a symposium. I don't think that's the word I was thinking of, story time, but I think symposium does work in this case for what I'm trying to think of. I think symposium might be good for this. A sideburn symposium. That sounds perfect. So that's what we'll be having. We'll be having a sideburn symposium. Thank you, Storytime. And we'll hash all this stuff out. We'll hash out all the nitty-gritty details of it. Yes! Okay, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. We bumped our way through. A little bump and grind right there. A little bump and grind. Just a dab. A dab of bump and grind. Uh-oh. We have a problem, Houston. That was a little too much bump and grind there. We didn't like that. That was definitely a time loss. So that's a bummer. A little bit. It could have been worse. Whoa! But we'll see if we're still in the green after this. Not likely. We're probably going to be dipped back into the red after this, unfortunately. We'll be chasing our scores. Chasing our times. We won't be ahead of them. We'll be chasing them. But who knows? Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Oh, did I get it? Oh! So it was a decent run. Wow. It was actually a good Drake Lake run. So just not crashing. Even with the bump and grind, it ended up being okay. You bump and grind your way through as long as you don't get hung up or crash. All right, now here I really got to focus, everyone. Let's do this right. Shoot, let's get the skip. Let's get this first lap skip if we can. Oh, so close to maxing out. I wanted it. I wanted it. I'm feeling competitive right now on this track. I want to do it right. After what happened last time, I really want to do something good here. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. No! Oh! I was stuck in the wall! Oh my, well I made it halfway under. So the run is done, everyone. We've officially lost. There's no hope for a PB, okay? We lost a lot of time there. I was stuck inside of the wall. We've never seen that happen before. That was kind of interesting. I do like getting stuck inside things, honestly. I'll be honest. So, even though it was disappointing, it was kind of thrilling. Whenever you get stuck inside of something in a game, it kind of makes me happy. I don't know why. Something about it. But I would have been a lot happier, obviously, if I made it under there clean. For a split second, I thought I had it. I really did. Alas, I didn't, though, so now I'm just going to have to see how far off are we. Ouch, Stewart's having a bad time now. How far off are we? We'll see. We lost a lot of time, unfortunately. A lot. I mean, because you got to count the 8 seconds for not getting the skip, and then you got to count the how many. That felt like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds that I was stuck in the wall. It seemed to go forever. So, this might be very ugly. This might be a little bit of a bloodbath right here. You're going to see. We'll see. Oh, and I lost first place, too. Well, a good lap, though. Ouch! 13 seconds over. I guess we'll keep running just so we get the practice, but that hurts. That hurts. Me getting stuck inside that rock was such a grand time. That's a great memory. Oh! Can't quite get max power. See if we can do some good tunnel runs. Nothing wrong with a little practice. Nothing wrong. Whoa. That was very scary. Whoa! Whoa! Not quite as smooth as I wanted it to go down there. This is going to be a very contentious race. This will be a battle now to the end to see who can get first place here. The whole pack is sort of clumped together. Oh, and first place has got a good little couple seconds on me, so it's going to be tough. And I don't like getting jammed up in this tunnel with other racers, so we'll see what happens. There probably will be some contact being made. There we go. That was clean. Clean. Okay, so not a bad tunnel there. Clean tunnel. What's that tunneling game on, what was it called? Pepper Drill or something? That game looks fun as hell. It's got the Sonic Colors drill ability just through the whole game. Pepper Drill, is that what it was called? It looks very good. Indie Showcase we're talking about. There it is. Okay, so two good tunnels, but two good tunnels. I reclaimed first. It's mine to lose at this point. Come on. At least getting first place will be a little bit of a silver lining on this otherwise disappointing run. Yeah, well, we're 11 over, so we brought our time down a little more. So, see, there's nothing wrong with practicing. Pepper Grinder, thank you. Pepper Grinder.
Welcome to Twilight City.
Yeah, I don't like those cave things. It's the scuba diving ones are the worst. Where they're scuba diving in caves and going through those tiny little spaces. Oh, that is freaky. That is freaky. Getting stuck with all that gear on you just flips me out. I need to take a refresher course. You know, I am a certified diver, but I do need to take a refresher course. Me and Omar have been talking about going diving together for years. It's one of those things you wonder if it's ever going to happen. I think it will. Omar's a certified diver. I'm a certified diver. For years we've said we got to go diving together sometime. Never have, though. One day, Omar and I are going to be out there in the open ocean diving. I think it will happen at some point. It has to. It really has to. At some point, we're going to find the right time to go on a diving trip together. Let me know if I'm talking loud enough. Sometimes people can't hear me. Oh, that was nice the way I cut that little wall. Again, it feels like a very good Twilight City run, but I've set some very fast times on Twilight City, so even when I do good, it doesn't always come through that, you know, because it's a high bar that's already here. So I've really got to, I probably got to try some new techniques, honestly, on Twilight City if I want to bring my time down on this one. But I probably have to do this little bridge skip, get back on that. I used to do that all the time. Look at that, we're bringing it down, 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 though. Ever since our horrible mistake at Marine Fortress, I mean, if it wasn't for that, we'd be on major PB pace right now. We'd be on PB pace for sure if it wasn't for that Marine Fortress. So let's just try to finish strong, stay consistent. Okay, sound good. Thank you, Brashiro. Thank you. Can you imagine if Omar and I found sunken treasure? Oh, that would be sick! I could see that. Ah! Why? Sometimes the ice cubes are forgiving, and sometimes they are oh so cruel. Oh so cruel. Who would have thought an ice cube could be such a cruel? Absolutely. Oh! That was nasty. Who would have thought an ice cube could be so cruel? Well, somehow I've maintained first place, which makes me feel okay, even though it's an awful disaster of a run. Just being in first place. Ooh, that turn was sick as hell. Perfect turn. Let's get another. Okay, I'm feeling good. Even though I blew the first lap, I just hit 2 flawless turns. If I did it every time that way, I'd bring down my time by insane amounts. Just that. Just those 2 turns. Uh-oh. But then I can't do that kind of stuff. That was a little crazy. That was a little crazy. All right, last lap. Uh-oh. Nope, get out. Get out of there. All right, easy. Oh, no. That's okay. That's actually okay. It was very unorthodox, but it works. There it is again. Oh! Okay, I almost botched that. Whew. That was a little bit gnarly. I got a glimpse of the penguins. I got a glimpse of the penguin. Yeah, I lost some major time there. Lost some major time on that first lap. You gotta race fast. You gotta race hard. Ice cube right ahead. Omar plays wave race? No, I'm talking about in real life. We're going diving for sunken treasure. I don't think Omar plays wave race. But we both scuba dive. Omar and I are divers. But we've never gone diving together. I've never searched for sunken treasure. I've explored a sunken plane. That was probably one of the coolest things I've seen diving. Kelp forests, of course. Sunken plane. The sunken plane was very cool. The sunken plane wasn't very deep. It was very shallow, actually. I think it was only in like 30 feet of water. But one of the cool things about that was we actually, before we went down to explore it with actual tanks and everything, we did some free diving exercises. There it is. Through the gauntlet, the way it should be done. And one of the things we were challenging ourselves to do, and I achieved, which was a huge achievement for me at the time, I mean, it wasn't easy to do, was to free dive down, with no gear I'm talking about, one breath, down and touch this plane from the surface. And diving down 30 feet is actually very, very, very hard. I'm skipping this since I'm off pace, Chameleon. And I did it. I dove down. I free dove down 30 feet. Can you imagine? It was sick as hell. Touch that thing. Coming up feels forever. Coming up takes forever. There it is. We got another sub 15 in the house, everyone. Feels good. A couple of huge mistakes, but we got a sub 15. Light it up. Light it up, everyone. Here it comes. Pump it in. We're celebrating sub 15s today. Celebrating with the glory of fog. Fog it up. Fog it up in Los Angeles. Here it is. Are you watching Wakanda Forever this week? I'm probably not going to get to see it immediately. It's going to be very crowded. Can you imagine? This is opening on a lot of screens. They're expecting this thing to be huge. I'm going to wait a little bit till the crowd subsides, so I probably won't see it immediately. I should have probably already bought tickets if I wanted to see it immediately. 1444. You know what? That used to be one of my... I remember when I think 1444 was a PB I had one time, wasn't it? And that was very exciting then. So look at me now, just kind of casually getting a 1444 after making multiple mistakes. Got to go to a matinee. Even the matinees get a little crowded. Would have been a PB about 2 months ago, BR Spies. Isn't that interesting how things can change? We're doing good. We're doing good. The celebration's in full swing. A sub 14.5. Well, we have... What are we at right now? What is our We have a sub 14.5. We have a sub, what is our time? 14:25 or something. 14:24. There you see it. That's our current PB. 14:24. Smoking fast for us. 14:24. All right, I'm going to get right back into this. I feel like we're very close today. My body's feeling good. My mind is feeling good. I've put some good races together. A couple big mistakes that I think are very avoidable. A lot of little things going right. T1000 in the house. I'm not even wearing my medallion. I've got it right next to me here, my imbued medallion. My imbued medallion. All right, let's jump through these. I don't think did we set any records? There we go. We got a lap time on Marine Fortress. Can you imagine after botching it so big time? And we got a second place on Twilight City. So it was a good Twilight City run. Look at that. We got in there on Twilight City. Almost half an hour. Folks, half an hour. The clock is counting down. God of War, Ragnarok with the one, the only Michael P. Huber. That's going to be a sick stream. Get a little taste of God of War, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's 7 p.m. is when that starts, story time? Oh, Screaming Argonaut starts at 7. Okay. Okay. All right, I have a little breathing room. Oh, Flint Paper, glad you're here. Glad you made it in time. Yeah. So, a practice run for who was that? Someone said maybe do a practice of practice the skip, Bachthand. That's plenty of time for some practice on the skip. I suppose we could practice that skip a couple times. It doesn't hurt. Look at that. The back of the helmet says Wave Race. Let's chill things out for a second. Let's chill things out a little bit. All right. I think yeah, let's practice that. Why not? Why not, Bachthand? We'll practice this funky little skip here. Try to get in the rhythm of it. I kind of feel like I know what I have to do on it now since I have hit it enough. I've hit it enough to feel like I know what to do. I just need to do it. There was 1 or 2 weeks there where it was almost feeling like it was easy. I mean, we were hitting it so consistently, it was ridiculous. Like this. See, I know when whoops, see, now I botched it. But I know when the approach is right. Yeah, it's all wrong now. I can feel when the timing of the approach is right now. I know that much. So by the time I'm coming around that last corner,
3, 2, 1.
right before the skip, I know, all right, this could be an option. It's feeling right. So I kind of know the timing of the wave cycle at this point, like how long it takes to get to that point and whether or not I'm in rhythm with that. Like this, so far this could be it. This could be good. This could be good. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So you see what I'm saying? I can feel it. I can feel it. It's just a matter of lining it up right. Okay? That felt good. That felt good to do it so clean.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
It felt very good to do it that clean. So whoops, see, now I'm off. Now it's a little off, but we'll see. We'll see. We still could have something. I think I came around a little too tight. Yeah, no, see, it's not right. There I felt it wasn't right. I felt right away. As soon as I bumped into Stewart and got a little off.
3, 2, 1.
Can't get that frame perfect. That makes me feel a lot better that that's frame perfect, because for the amount of times it thrills me when I get it, but for the amount of times I don't get it, I was being kind of getting down on myself. I was saying, you know, you've been playing this game for a while. Why can't you get the freaking max power every time? But the fact that it's frame perfect makes you feel a little bit better about that.
3, 2, 1.
You see, I'm getting very close. I'm getting very close. Uh-oh. That was a disaster. We don't want that happening on a run. All right, I'll practice this a couple more times, and then we just got to kind of go with it.
3, 2, 1.
You got to go with it. Uh-oh. This feels odd. Yeah, I don't think this one's right at all. I'm all over the place. Oh, no, yeah. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So you see, it's not so easy, but when you feel it, you feel it.
3, 2, 1.
I wish it was something I could hit every single time. There it is, frame perfect. Frame perfect chicken, man. Ooh, that was exciting. Almost got clipped. So far, I think this is good. So far, so good. Feeling better. Feeling better. See? I told you I can feel it. You didn't believe me, but I really can. I can feel it when the timing is right. Let's do this. Let's get in the water and do another. Let's get in the water and do another. What do you say? Does everyone remember? Reminder to back out and restart the game after you're done practicing. Don't want to save over that lap record from earlier. Okay. I keep messing this up. Yeah, to back out and restart the game. Okay, so I want to restart. I want to quit the game, right? I keep messing up. Threshold Kid. Let's get it indeed. I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. Let's up the intensity. Upping the intensity. There it is. The camera is still tinted blue. Okay, the camera is tinted blue. I'm going to take a couple breaths. I really want to be focused going into this right now. I really do. Okay. We've upped the intensity. Blue tint hype. People are hyped about the blue tint. I love that. Look at the syncopation there. That doesn't always happen, does it? The sideburn symposium is bearing down on us. It's not on the schedule yet. This thing's going to be big. I hope everyone shows up for this, so that all the voices can be heard and taken into consideration. This is going to be a very democratic process at the Sideburn Symposium. Coming your way in the near future.
Select your watercraft, please.
All right, here we are. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, action. I was about to press the wrong button.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
All right, we're on the clock.
Get ready for the first race.
Focus.
3, 2, 1. Maximum power. Looking good.
All right.
You're still in first.
Oh, that was nice. I like how I did that. Careful now, careful. 22, got a 22 there. Major risk, but it paid off. That was a major risky move right there. Major risky move. All right, we're in business. That was clean. Look at that. 22, 21, another 21. Yes! Very nice. Love it. Love those 21s. God, that's a good feeling.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
Start your engine. 3, 2, 1. Good. Maximum power. Wow, you let everybody time. No problem. Not good. Okay. Good. Maximum power.
Nice.
Keep the pace. You're about 5 seconds ahead. Don't sweat it. Good, good. Okay. Okay. Maximum power.
Got outside on that one, unfortunately. Got a couple of nice tight turns there for a second.
You're about 6 seconds ahead. Don't miss anymore. Good. Okay. Nice. Good. Maximum power.
Oh no! I got it too close. I was too aggressive. What a shame. What a shame. Okay. Bummer on that last lap, because that was a nice little... Yeah, look at that time loss. What a bummer. That was a nice little Sunset Bay up until that point.
Welcome to Drake
We're
Lake.
actually fine, though. So if we have a good Drake Lake, we'll still be in business. Mark my words, we will be in business.
2, 1.
Dang it. Wanted max power. Haven't gotten it yet on this run.
Okay. Nice.
Ah! That was very bad.
You've been overtaken.
Okay. Oh no. Came in there at an odd angle. Survived. Woo! Freaky. It was freaky.
No misses. Beautiful.
Nice. Very nice. We wanted that one. We wanted that one. Ooh, look at that. Hot lap. Hot lap alert. Clear my mind. There, we're back in business. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, bad time to try to think. I'm trying to remember what Isla diagnosed me with. What's that called? That illness, if you find yourself attractive, that she said.
Welcome to Marine.
What is that called? That's not a good time to be thinking about it. All right, I got to clear my mind.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad I didn't crash into Stewart there. I really want to hit this. So far, I think we're okay. It's going to be possible. Oh, no. Not possible. Freaking contact. The freaking contact, man. Ugh. We were going to get that, and then the freaking AI made contact with us. What a bummer. Ooh, the timing was lining up perfectly, but AI got in our way. What a bummer. So 8 seconds there we lost for sure. More than 8 seconds because we actually hit the wall, so we probably lost 11. I don't know. Darn. I really wanted to get that one. Getting tight on some of these turns, though. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. How did he make it around like that? This is going to be very competitive to the very end. I want that first place, though. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got there. Yeah, look at that. Well, I'll tell you what, though. Considering we lost 11 seconds, being up 5.5 is not bad at all. Not bad at all. So let's try to have some good tunnel runs here, and who knows what it can lead to. I think we're still in business, honestly.
3, 2, 1.
I think we're still in business, okay? But we do need some good tunnel runs here. Good. Yes. Okay. That's one down. One down. I'm gonna try. I gotta really start trying to execute this bunny hop thing better there too. I haven't been trying. Not hard enough. I haven't been trying hard enough. Come on. Yes. Haha. All right, 2 down. 2 down. There's a little bunny hop. See, I gotta be trying harder to do that. Okay, let's close this out. That was a hot lap. Hot lap alert. Hot lap alert. Gaze upon the hot lap, everyone. Whoa. We're coming in with some speed. Oh, that was so close. Triple tunnel. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Bunny hop. Oh, too much speed. Woo! Feels good though. I think that was a nice little. That was a nice little run. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Woo! Hot lap and a 30 to close with. That was nice. Twilight City. We got to keep it clean out here at Twilight City. I don't think we're going to try anything too risky. We just need to keep it clean. Clean racing. Oh, I felt that. That was late. And that actually can be devastating. If that was a little later, that would have ruined our entire run. That could have been fatal right there. That's what I'm talking about. I got to pay attention. That was almost a fatal error. Woo! That was freaky. Nice. Oh no! Oh my gosh. That's okay. I mean, we almost... Oh my goodness. What is going on? That was terrible. Wow, we could have wrecked. Okay, believe it or not, it could have been worse. That was very, very ugly. But I don't think it was a run killer. It was very ugly, and we lost some time, but it could have been a disaster. So let's just stay focused. Oh, no. Okay. Not a great Twilight City. Hopefully we didn't lose too much here. I think we're okay. Okay. Oh, just a few seconds. We did lose a few seconds there. It's a bummer. It is a bummer. Oh, feels like an unnecessary loss, but, you know, it could have been worse. We're still in business. If we have a clean Glacier Coast, I still think we're in business.
3, 2, 1.
Okay? No ice cubes. Don't go. Don't drive directly at the ice cubes. Oh, Stuart hit me. Not cool, Stuart. Not cool. Stuart hit me, so that definitely lost some time there, which is unfortunate. But still, not the end of the world. I'm in first. Oh, Stewart. Why, Stewart? Why'd you do it? Oh, no. Got on the outside of that one somehow. We gotta try to salvage this run. It was not a great first lap. 37. It's done, folks. It's done. Dang it. It was a pretty good run up until this. I mean, you know, up until I guess a little bit ago, but we'll still try to finish strong. Hold our head up. Hold our head up. Hold our head up. The competition has caused us some trouble today, though. Physical contact has come at bad times. Look at this, and it continues. The physical contact continues. The AI is incredibly aggressive. Some days the AI is so aggressive in this game. I'm wondering what the heck happens to set it off. See, that's how we need to turn it. What the heck happens to set the AI off sometimes, where they're absolutely out for blood sometimes, and this is one of those days. Multiple times, collisions have really thrown us off our game. But that's part of the game. You've got to be ready to scrap a little out there on the water, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to scrap. I want to cry. I want to cry. That didn't feel like that big of a... Are you kidding me? Did I really lose that much time there? I mean, how's that possible?
Welcome to Southern Island.
How's it possible? Don't drive directly at you. Thank you, Blowfire. That is a good pro tip. That was a good pro tip. I gotta remember that one on the next one. I gotta remember that pro tip. That was a pro tip. Alright, here we go. Look at that! Chameleon, that was for you. Oh no! Did you see the physical contact again? This is nonsense. What is their deal? Gosh, they're throwing me everywhere. Did you see how they freaking Stewart rerouted me? Come on. Alright. Darn it. I really wanted a solid race from start to finish. Multiple times the physical contact was made, and we suffered. We did not always come out on top in those when we were engaged. When we were locked together. Trying to finish with our head up, though, you know, somehow. I don't know how we lost so much time. That is baffling. On Glacier Coast? How does that happen? We're doing the skip, Chameleon. I don't think we're on PB pace anymore. Trying to finish strong. We want our gold. We just want first place. 1450. Alright, there it is. Wow. Bummer. We were on a heck of a run there for a second. Look at that, because even after Twilight City, we were really in business. What happened? Oh, that's right. 20 seconds. I wrecked. It was game over. I crashed into the ice cube. It was absolutely game over. Dang it. Stuart thinks she's playing Road Rash. That'd be cool. Get some chains out there on the open water. Still sub 15. Still sub 15. And we didn't get our little 8-second skip. Still some great takeaways. Yeah, I mean, Port Blue, thank you, Flint Paper. Absolutely. Thanks for the GGs, everyone. Port Blue was a sick run. We had a triple tunnel. Yeah, those tunnels were tight. Nothing better than tight tunnel run. You know what I'm saying? Nothing finer. There truly isn't. Very satisfying, that tunnel run. So where are we at? 5:45. All right, we have time for another run. You know, God of War, I don't think is starting to 7, I've been informed. We're still going to wrap up close to 6. Uno mas indeed. Yes, dawn of final day. I think uno mas. Now look at this ceremony.
Congratulations!
Wow, we had a lot of nice times. Look at that. We were doing great up until Twilight City. What happened at Twilight City? Something minor. Oh yeah, I got into that little tanglement with the ramp. I wasn't able to skip the ramp thing properly at that one point. And look how it burns you for a few seconds just like that. You have to be on your game. Signalis. McCulloch has a question a bit about Signalis, if anyone can help them out. I gotta play this game, Signalis. Yeah, V8, razor thin margins at this level indeed. I mean, it's just a couple of tiny things and you are absolutely belly up. Glacier Coast Redemption. Noodles is played on PC. They might have some settings advice. We got all 7s across the board, though. First place. We got first places. First places, indeed. T1000, the ultimate killing machine. Third place on Sunny Beach. Look at that. Drake Lake, we're killing it today. Look, if anything, for all the time, actually not too much has gone wrong today, actually. A lot of stuff has gone right. More has gone right than gone wrong. Far more has gone right. For all of that, though, for how much we struggled last week with Drake Lake, today has been a pretty good day for Drake Lake. Look at this again. Again, we're setting records on Drake Lake. We've had a pretty clean Drake Lakes. And look at this, Port Blue. Wow, look at that tunnel run. Setting records. Setting lap records and course records for Port Blue. Twilight City, Glacier Coast. You know how it went down after that. It wasn't pretty. Set everything to ultra. They complain about your ultra ride. Alright. Hopefully you get some help here with Signalis. I gotta play the Signalis. This is a great game, huh? I think I would like it too. 1450. Look, we've kept it under sub 15 all day, so that's not that's a good thing. But we haven't approached a PB today, right? I mean, I don't think we've gotten within 15 or 20 seconds of a PB, so still good though. Still clean runs. Resetting the times. Some super clean tunnels today. Yeah, Noodles, nothing that clean and tight. There's absolutely nothing more satisfying than a clean, tight tunnel run. And that is a fact. Alright, let's try to do another. Maybe we'll get it again. You never know. You absolutely never know. Alright, let's get started. I may take one more schluck of water here in a second, you know.
Select
A
your
little
water
parched.
craft, please.
Little parched. We're gonna fire off some fog just to get us in the spirit, enjoying the day. We're enjoying it. Ready, everyone? Now's the time. Your window to get foggy before the big race begins. Fog it up wherever you are. Shoot some fog into the air any way you're able to expel fog. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. Slippery Pete is in with the clean, tight tunnels. I love that. McCulloch, did you get the advice you needed on this game? Anybody know about these settings? McCulloch is wondering if to go with the default 23 Hz or pump the settings up to the max. Is there a creator's intent with the 23 Hz? I don't know about this. I haven't played the game at all. Anybody have an answer for McCulloch? Hope you figure this out. Alright, Slippery Pete. You ready to do another or what? Turbo Chicken Man back in the house. Turbo Chicken. We got a couple of max powers for you earlier. I hope to do it again right now. Alright, let's jump back in the water. We got about 10 minutes. McCulloch is the best. We're doing good today, right? Everyone's feeling good. I still feel pretty serene. Let me see what's happening on this other thing here. Alright. Alrighty then. Here we go. Hats off to the blue filter. Coming to you with the blue filter on my cam today. Special for Wave Race Wednesday. Blue filter and fog. Alright everyone, we're ready to go again. Let's go! Screaming Argonaut's ready. Slippery Pete's ready. I'm glad. I'm going to take one more little sip of water here. One more. It's a fine water. Should I put the medallion on? I feel odd doing it this late. I feel like changing anything at this point may be a bad idea. So I'm just going to leave the imbued medallion on the desk where it is. I don't want to change anything in this room right now because I feel like we're so close. We're so close to putting in a really good run. Let's go get it. Let's get it. Max vs. the Games in the house. Just in time, Max. I think we're going to do one more run, okay? Wish me luck here. We're going to try to do this. I feel like I'm very close to doing something special if I could just avoid making any mistakes. Noodles has theirs at 50 hertz. Are you hearing this, McCulloch? All right, here we go. Breathe that fog in. Breathe it in. All right. 3, 2, 1, action. We're on the clock. There's no turning back. I mean, there is if we have a horrible, disastrous crash, but... God, I love Wave Race. It feels good, doesn't it? An aquatic day. We had fishing. That fishing game earlier was unbelievably good if you missed that. That was a fun stream with Isla earlier. If you missed that, that was a very fun stream. That game was insanely fun. Whatever the heck it's called, Ace Angler? Is that what it's called, Ace Angler? That was a great game. 25, we're fine so far. It felt slow, but it was a 25 for a first lap. That's acceptable. We know this. Keep blowing these waves, right, Chameleon? Whoa! Sorry, probably blew your ear out there, huh? I flipped out because I was almost certain I was going to wreck. 22! Oh, and we snuck away with a 22 even after that. We almost botched it big time. I was certain I was going to crash there, but I didn't. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see how we did. Alright, we're in business. A nice little Sunny Beach run again. I'm telling you, we've been doing good at Sunny Beach, and it's funny because it's one of the tracks that I'm like, you can't improve on this that much, but you can. It's all about the line work, right, Chameleon? Straight lines. And as few as possible. A little late there, Turbo Chicken. Little late. Try to do better for you next time. Into the Tang. Haven't given a proper shout out to Tang yet tonight. Everybody loves Tang. Uh-oh, particles are entering my eye again. My eye is burning. Blink through it. Blink through it. Maybe the fog juice is getting stale or something. I don't know what's happening, but there's been particles entering my eye tonight. And they've been abrasive, making it water and burn. And I've had to blink through it several times. Left eye both times. Maybe it's something going on with my left eye. Who knows? Eyes are the best. They really are.
You're about 6 seconds ahead.
Alright, I think we're doing okay. This is lap 3. Cutting it very close there. Oh man, I botched the minefield. I came in at an odd angle. So we're still okay, but we lost some time there. It wasn't a great Tang run. It was acceptable. Let's do this Drake Lake thing again. We've been doing very good at Drake Lake. Thank you, Max.
3, 2,
Oh, minimal power again. Not getting a good jump off the gate. We're several frames off, which we don't like. We want to be frame perfect. Oh, we don't want to hit that little nub, too. That little thing we just kind of bounced off of. Not good. Not good technique there, but let's improve. Oh! What the heck was that? Anybody know what just happened there? We're done. Our goose is friggin' cooked. It's not gonna be today, maybe, everyone. It's not gonna be today. Darn it. Should I restart? I don't know. I'm thinking of restarting the whole thing. I just want an error-free run. I just want to see what that looks like at this point. I mean, if we get an error-free run, it would be a PB. That's what it would look like. But it's not in the it's not in the cards tonight. I can try to fight my way back to first. But it's little consolation. Whoa. After having so many good... Oh! After having so many good Drake... Should we try one more? It's already 6. It's late. I want to reset the whole thing. Everybody's saying restart. Restart, restart, restart. Alright, let's restart. This is an unmitigated disaster. We can do better. We'll try it again. We'll try it one more time. One more time. It's 6. Okay, one more time. This is the last run. Reset these times. We'll try it again. Mistakes were made. Oops! More mistakes were made. I forgot it doesn't give you a second chance to...
Welcome to
Let's see. McCulloch is asking, can you explain how you are approaching the waves? Is it ideal to be at the same level all along? Are different wave heights require different approach? A different approach? Try the medallion this time, Screaming Argonaut is saying. You know what? Could it hurt? I don't know if it could hurt. I don't think it would hurt at this point. All right, I'm gonna put on the imbued medallion. This could go one of two ways. My magically imbued medallion, I could put this on and it could probably just be a disaster, or it might be excellent. Who knows? Loda, 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 la, papa. All right. The worst part about it, though, is the mic blocks it, so you can't see the imbued medallion. You just got to know it's there. Alright. I need to wipe my eyes. Thank you, Screaming Argonaut. My eyes are burning because there's particles that have been entering the left eye. The right eye isn't burning, but the left eye is burning. Alright. Wipe my eye. I got the imbued medallion. I'm going to take one more sip of water. Look, that's all I have left. This has to be the last run because I'm out of hydration, which is never good. Okay. Try to do this. All right, everyone. Thank you for the good vibes. I am absorbing good vibes from the universe. I will try to be a conduit for good vibes. To the racer, to my times, mistake-free, error-free, smooth, smoothness out there on the water. Let's do this. Ready, everyone? This is it. 3, 2, 1, action. Let's do good. Let's do good.
Sunny Beach.
All right. I want to get max power. That would be a nice way to start it, right?
3, 2, 1.
Dang it! Mid power. All right. That's okay, though.
Okay. Okay. Looking good.
Oop. Went wide there. Whoa. Went a little wide there. Whoa! Oh no. Scared. That was not good. 23. Ouch! Lost a second there.
You're about 3 seconds ahead.
That's okay though. I think it's okay. Quick adjustment there. There we go. I think we're alright. Yeah. Oh, another 21. Our third 21-second Sunny Beach lap of the day. That is pretty outstanding, honestly. That is freaking insane. 21 is hard to hit. We haven't gotten that 21.5, but 21.9 is great. Oh, minimum power. I'm off on this, huh? I am off on my max powers. That's alright, though. Even without the max powers, we can do some good things. Wait, just these racers need to stay away from me. No, leave me alone! These racers are... The competition is bungling my runs every time today. Get away, Stuart. They're bungling my runs. Get away. Run bungler. From now on, the next jet skier who crashes into me, I'm going to refer to him as a run bungler. Keep it up.
You're about 3 seconds ahead.
Whew, almost hit that ramp by accident. That would have not been great. Okay. There was the triple okay. That's always good. Don't mess this up. Ooh, hot lap alert. Hot lap alert. Everybody gaze upon the hot lap. Very nice, isn't it? Oh, yes. Drake Lake, our old friend, Drake Lake. Let's get through here clean this time. Not too fast on that one pylon area, right? We're going too fast sometimes, I think. We gotta approach it very carefully. Run, bungler! That was extremely scary. Run, bungler! Stop bungling my run. There it is. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. That was so intense. Really wide turns, but intense. There it is! Punch it! Very nice. Back in business, everyone. We're back in business. Gotten that close. Oh, darn it. That was going so well until that last buoy. All right. Don't sweat it. All right. Still in business. Nice. We made it through the first three. Through the first three. 777. Here we go. Let's see if we get an opportunity here. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe this will be the run.
Are you ready?
Where we can do this little skip we've been yearning for.
2, 1.
Ample power, mediocre power. I don't know. Ooh. They bungled each other's run this time. Uh-oh. I got out a little wide that time. The timing is going to be interesting. Oh, no. Oh! It was risky. I was behind, and I thought I might be able to sneak it in. The time wasn't right, but... So that's going to be a loss. But you know what? We're still okay. If we can remain mistake-free, we'll actually be okay. Whoa, that was scary. Bummer. Oh, it would have been sick to hit that right there. I really tried to force it, and I almost did, honestly. But my positioning was just a little bit like a tiny bit too late. Just a tiny bit too late on that wave pattern there. All right. I want my first place. Whoa. No! Run, bungler! Leave me be, run, bungler. Run, bungler, leave me be! I got it. Got that first. Ouch, yeah, look at that. So 8 seconds we lost because of not getting that time skip, and then 1.9 seconds on top of that because we were stuck to the wall for a hair. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. I thought we would have lost 11 seconds there, so we lost 9 points. We'll just get some clean tunnels and we'll be okay, I think. We'll be back in the conversation. And we pretty much have to hit that thing, but... Oh, Run Bungler's back. Run Bungler's back. All right. We'll see what we can do now. It wasn't a great tunnel run. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. Try that bunny hop. Oh, and look at this. Another bungler coming through. Whoa. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Nice. See, if I can just stay ahead of those... The AI. Insanely aggressive AI. There it is. I'm doing better at those bunny hops, though. Have you seen since I started putting a little more effort into it? Whoa. Coming in with some speed. Oh, we had to fight for that. It was not easy. It looked easy, but trust me, that was not. That was freaking intense. Woo! Hit that tunnel. Hit that tunnel, though, didn't we? Very nice. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Look at that. We brought it down a little, okay? I'm telling you. We do okay on Twilight City, Clean Glacier Coast. We're going to be right back in the mix of this thing. Watch.
Welcome to Twilight City.
Let's see how we can do here.
Get set. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Stay away from me.
Okay. Power. Not bad.
Not bad. Whew. Look at this bungler. Hey. All right. Oh my god, that was scary. Wow, multiple times I almost botched things up, but we survived. Whew, let that one go.
You're about 8 seconds ahead.
Sweet. No! Again, we did this. We did this the last time. It's unheard of. Insane mistake. I mean, it doesn't punish us that much on time, but it's just an insane mistake. Darn it. Gave up those 2 seconds again. Just like that. Oh, we hit a hot time on that one, though.
Welcome to Glacier Coast.
Who's going to win?
All right, let's get a good one here.
2, 1.
No ice cubes, right? Who told me that? Someone had some good advice earlier. They said don't drive directly into the ice cubes. I'm going to try to remember that. Thank you.
Everybody's behind you.
Wasn't that pretty of a first lap. Oh no.
You're about 4 seconds ahead.
Alright. Okay. Fought our way through. Nice. There we go, there we go, there we go. Nice little slalom there. Lap 2. Keep it up.
You're about 5 seconds ahead.
There it is. Clean turn. Hold on tight. There it is. Not bad. Okay. We lost time. Yeah, we lost time because of that first lap. Darn it. Those second 2 laps were kind of decent, so I thought we wouldn't be in such bad shape, but
Welcome to
we're
Southern
going in with a
Island.
little bit of a little bit behind the 8 ball on this one, but we're going to make the best of it. We'll see how we do. Almost max power again. The story of the night, almost. I would say we did better than last week, but not as great as we did, as we wanted to. We were on the... I felt like we were close to greatness tonight, but... Whew, didn't quite get there. But we'll see how we do. I think this should be a good time. Maybe it'll be our best time of the night. Who knows? Suppressing waves, suppressing waves. Whoa. That was a little intense. A little intense. Alright, let's finish strong.
You're about 4 seconds ahead.
4 seconds ahead. We're not going balls to wall on this. We're not going balls to the walls.
No problem.
Was that the saying that Chameleon said earlier? I hope so. Here it is. All right, I think that's our time of the night, right? We didn't hit a 14:37 yet tonight.
You finished first and got
Woo! Why not go through the ship on the first run? It's underwater, isn't it? Yes, Max versus the game. I'm trying to rewire my brain. I do need to start doing that. I think I only pulled that off once tonight. I got to go through the ship on the first, around the ship on the second. You're absolutely right. So that was one of several things I did not do perfect. But that was our best run of the night, I think, time-wise, wasn't it? 14:37? Whew! That was only, what, like 12 seconds off our PB or something? I mean, pretty good, honestly. Thank you, Dawn of Final Day. Noodles, thank you for the GGs. Flint Paper, thank you. Red Sky, thank you for everything tonight. Holding it together, Red Sky, appreciate you being here. Be Our Spies. Threshold Kid, thank you for the GGs. Bach Band. Yeah, 14:37 feels okay. Yeah, I wanted to do big. I felt like we're on the edge of greatness tonight. It's always a pleasure, Render. Thank you for joining. We were on the edge of greatness. Let's chill out a little while the ceremony. Enjoy the ceremony. There it is. Chill out a little bit. All right, McCulloch. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support, your GGs, and your love. I hope you have some fun with Signalis tonight. Hopefully you got the right Hertz thing set up now. Chameleon going to stream. Anyone's interested, check out Chameleon. Okay, thank you. Thank you for Chameleon for all your advice as always. Thank you for being here. And remember, everyone, God of War is coming. Michael Huber playing God of War tonight. You got to see this. This is going to be very exciting. We set a record, it looks like, on, what the heck was that? Was that Twilight City? My hydration is tapped. 44 minutes, Screaming Argonaut. 44 minutes. All right, we got a 56, so we got 7s across the board. It was a nice way to finish. Tip our hat to the T1000. Wolfie's good, John. Wolfie's good. Wow, look at that hot lap on Sunset Bay. That feels good. Hot lap in the Tang. Hot Tang. You ever drank in Hot Tang? It's actually not bad. It really isn't. Hot butter beer is good as well, but Hot Tang is very nice. Look at that. We got a first. Are you kidding? First place on our switch times for Twilight City? That's a little surprising. That didn't feel like a first place run, but that's what the numbers are telling us. Speedrunning sponsored by the T1000 indeed. Your foster parents are dead. What a great movie. Time for a rewatch. Glacier Coast came in with a third best time. I'm telling you that Glacier Coast actually felt like a nice little run. I did have a couple errors, but I did a lot of stuff right there. Southern Island, and that is all. That's it. It's all it's in the history books now. All right, everyone. It's been real. It's been fun as always. We're going to be back next week, hopefully later tonight in Mir. A little over 30 minutes away, right here. Michael Huber streaming God of War. Be there. This is the biggest game on planet Earth right now. You realize that? Very cool. Let's all celebrate it together by watching Huber lay waste to anyone who opposes him. All right, everyone. We'll see you soon. Peace out. Have a nice night. I'm going to fog you out, all right? Fog you out. Fog it out. Ready, everybody? Here it comes. Arrivederci, y'all. Fog in the studio. Here it comes. Adios. Oh, that's all it has. Oh, well. All right, everyone. Peace out.